Yeah, it's Rod here, Future 8-bit. This is one of these videos I'm just sort of doing at the moment, and here it is. This should or may answer the question of how can you take a file from your SD2IEC available from the future was 8bit.com and put it onto a real floppy disk, and vice versa if you've got a floppy disk and you want to convert it to a D64. I'm going to try and show you both of those things now as quickly as I can. Wish me luck. We've already got CBM Command mounted, loading that up now in glorious 80 columns on my Commodore 128D. The same program does work on VIC-20 64. It's just easier to show it on here because of the columns. Right, got that, good. You got two drives, and my SD2 is drive 8, my internal drive is drive 9. The drive on the left hand side of the screen there, that's the SD2. So what I'm going to do with that, actually, I'm going to hit reset, and then I'm going to reload that drive by pressing D, and it's asking what disk I want in that window. We're going to load the original disk there. There we go, the root of the disk. And then in the other window, we'll do Shift D to load that, and that will then probably error or just stop because that disk is yet to be formatted. So there we go, that's already stopped. Now, using the arrow keys, we're going to select one of these disk images here. We're going to select des term, and let's unpack that to that disk. So all we've got to do to unpack it is do Shift X, and then it's asking us if the disk is blank, and that just means is it ready to be erased, and do we want to format it. Now, yeah, I think we will format this one because the format function's quite fast. What isn't fast is copying the data. I do have Jiffydos installed. You can see the heads moving there, look. I do have Jiffydos installed, so this is running a lot quicker, but when it comes to copying the data across, I will hit the pause button because it's gonna take ages. But yeah, what we get, oh, we're still formatting the disk. Oh, we're verifying it now, so it's formatted it, now it's verifying it. Click, click, click. You can't hear the drive, I know, but you can see the light because I've sellotaped it there. There we go. So the disk has gone back, and if you look at the top of the screen there, it will go from formatting disk, there we go, to the data transfer screen. And as I say, this is going to take a little while. So to save too much pain and embarrassment, I'm going to hit pause. And here we go, the last couple of percent. Yes, this does take a while. Again, thanks Commodore, slow interface. So once it's done that, it then reads the disk that we've just unpacked. So just to reiterate, we unpacked the DES 128 version 2 disk onto a real disk. That's how that's done. So now what happens if we want to take that disk and turn it into a D64? Well, reasonably easy. What we got to do is go across to the drive we're, working from, and to put the file back the other way, we simply press X. And now it's asking for the name of the D64 file. So we put that as copy.d64. What should happen is everything kicks in and that LED should turn red. Ready? There we go. So it's reading the disk and it's writing it. You can see the red LED there, writing it back to the SD2IEC. And obviously, this will be quicker than going the other way because, we're not having to deal with the full fun of the Commodore disk drive system, which is, world renowned. Have I only just noticed at the top of the screen there, it's actually showing you how many blocks it's got through. So 267, 8, 9, blah, blah, blah. So there we go. That's a fair way of figuring out how far it's got in physical terms, even though it says making image in the middle of the screen. I digress. Hooray! And that's basically it. 98, 99 disk resets. And if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, we now have copy.d64, which is the backup of our disk on the right-hand side. So I've just shown you how to write a physical image and then take a physical image and turn it back into a D64. How nice of me to do that. Anyway, I hope that's useful to you people. Remember, just because it was on a 128 and 80 column, it's exactly the same on the VIC-20. It's just the screen's really crunched up. And the 64. So it's perfectly usable on the 64, to be honest. CBM Command, links below. Thank you for watching. Bye.